Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails of Cold Steel. Pharaoh Fiasco here. I've honestly thought we were gonna get to the last episode a couple of times now. This one, I feel like it'll probably be it. But oh well, we're just gonna talk to all of our friendly friends, see if we can't track down Crow Millium, and then get out of here. I thought doing some lacrosse practice would help clear my head, but that's not going so well. I'm still so shaken that Crossbill has a weapon capable of annihilating Guerrilla Fortress like that. Yeah, we found that out last episode, so... This reminds me of something my grandfather told me. Weapons only lead to the creation of more weapons. I can take it you're wondering whether all of this happened because the Reinford group built those railway guns. I can understand how you feel, but none of this is your fault. You know that, right? I really do, but still. This also makes me realize how heavy of a burden Mother's been shouldering on her own all this time. To be honest, I'm a little relieved that the railway guns are gone. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. I wouldn't worry about it. There aren't any easy answers here. All we can do is stick together as a class and see what the future holds. Elisa, take heed! Absolutely none of this is your fault, understand? You are independent of the issues surrounding your family, and trying to shoulder that burden is pointless. Thank you, Ferris. I feel relieved just to hear you say that. Well, I only say so for my own sake. How is one supposed to focus when her rival is so visibly uneasy? And then Eustace should be over here. There's a high likelihood that the Chancellor's speech at noon will be exactly what everyone is expecting. I'm rather uncertain how my father will react to the reformists going and starting a war. You haven't been instructed to go back home yet, have you? I've received no word from my father, no. That just saves me the trouble of having to decline. But that also means it's unlikely I'll be able to get in contact with my brother for some time, too. I guess that's not all that surprising. Rufus once told me I should think about my own position as a member of the House of Alvarea. Right now, I'm considering what I ought to be doing here at the Academy. Well said. I'll see you in the classroom at noon, then. We've got them. Oh, what do they do? What's going to happen to us now? Don't be such a worrywart, Lind. Everything's gonna be just fine. Even if things take a turn for the worse, we can just go back home, right? Yeah, you're right. Looks like Lynn's getting nervous. I get why, but there's no point in letting it get to you. War seems like it's just around the corner. But if they can take out Guerrilla Fortress, are we really safe here? Clearly not, dude. High probability of dying. Yup. Those two, the lovebirds. I'm thinking about raising some new flowers. But what kind? They'd probably bloom around springtime if you started raising them now. Hopefully we'll actually get to see that happen. Uh-huh. If anyone, Fee would be pretty used to this. Even the flowers seem upset by this turn of events. Perhaps they sense our anxiety. There. You little flowers don't have anything to worry about. Man, flowering is like, raising flowers is just not my sort of thing. Looks like Crossbell's locked down all of its borders. I guess that explains why my brother isn't back yet. Given the political climate, however, it comes as no surprise. In fact, it's had me under the Academy's care for an entire week now. I'm just glad I found someone to fish with. But what's the plan now? You're technically engaged to my brother, right? I suppose I am, though I still find that difficult to believe. I believe I shall return home. I promised Kerrigan I would, after all. Okay, those two stories dovetailed in a way I never would have really seen coming, but I guess that's fine. Let's check out what's going... Are they in here? Yep, dueling. You better not hold back on me, Friedel. Technically, we're not club members anymore, but... This seemed like a good way to keep our minds off of everything going on right now. So, we've only been in school for like 6 months, right? The game started in like April of this year. I don't know, it's weird to me. It seems confusion has spread throughout the Empire after what happened at Guerrilla Fortress. What do duty and honor demand of us during uncertain times like these? I find myself thinking about that more and more often lately. It's okay, Laura. You're the one who told me I should follow the road I believe in, right? I'm sure you'll be fine, no matter what happens. It seems as though you somewhat overestimate my abilities. But I cannot think of a greater gift than your trust in me. Thank you, Monica. It's good to know they're doing well. Okay, let's see what's going on in the Student Union building also. Nope. Some jokers who we're not worried about. Yep, there he is. Apparently, there are still multiple demonstrations going on in Heimdall. My father's been able to mitigate the worst with help from the government, but there's only so much he can do. I hope he isn't pushing himself too hard. We ended up here since we didn't have anything better to do. Do you think this is an okay place to be spending our time, though? We really can't do anything. I mean, there's no point worrying about it. Oh, we also have to see Best NPC. Oh, right. The future has been surrounded in gloom lately. I seem to have lost the ability to tell fortunes since waking up this morning. Perhaps this is a sign that the threads of fate are being tangled. There is one person. Oh, I guess we can't find out. Oh, well. Ah, well. The guy who manages Misty. Gonna check out his fortune, but that's fine. Here she is. Oh, Rain! Here you are. Yep, the student council will be passing out radios for every classroom, so I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. Rather. Are you guys planning on listening to the Chancellor's statement too? How could we not? He's supposed to be addressing the entire country, after all. Yeah, whatever it's about, it's going to be something big. I don't think anyone could have imagined the relationship between Crossbell and Erebonia going south like this. I sure hope Angie's okay with what with all of this political turmoil right now. Toa. Sorry about that. I'm the student council president. I need to stay focused on what's going on right here, right now. Angie would laugh at me if she could see me getting distracted over her anyway. That's right. We've got to focus on getting through this. Still, don't try to take on more than you can handle. I'm not the only one ready to give you a hand if you need it. Will do. Thanks. Oh yeah, why were you looking for me in the first place? Right, I almost forgot. Do you have any idea where Crow might have gone? Crow? Nope, I'm afraid not. He didn't mention that he had to go anywhere when I talked to him yesterday, at least. Was yesterday the last time you saw him? Yeah, he was giving me back some of the stuff he borrowed from me since graduation's getting so close. That was nice of him, but then he gave me everything he borrowed from Angie, too. Wow, Crow is getting extra suspicious. It's only polite to give back the stuff you borrowed in person, and now it's more work for me. Well, that's a very Crow thing to do. Well, I'll keep asking around and find out if anyone knows where he's gone. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, but make sure you're back in your classroom by noon, okay? Of course. Who else do we have? Let's go see Instructor Sarah next. She's down here on the first floor somewhere. But where is she? Oh, we can't actually go into any of these classrooms. So there's no point checking over there. Nope. Here we go. Oh, Instructor Neidhart! Instructor Neidhart! I wasn't aware that you'd returned to the academy. That I have, Schwarzer. It's good to see you again. It sounds like Class 7 put on quite the performance. That's very kind of... Wait, weren't you in Guerrilla Fortress during the attack? Crossbell's mystery weapon just annihilated it. How are you alive? I was on the training grounds with the rest of the 4th Armored Division at the time. We saw something appear in the sky to the east, and the next moment, the fortress was surrounded by a blinding light. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it myself. I still hardly believe it. I can't bring myself to imagine what would have happened if that light had engulfed us. You'd have been teleported somewhere. I really don't think Guerrilla Fortress was destroyed. I think it was teleported to wherever that Laura Erebonia's place is. I'm just glad that you weren't hurt. But things must be incredibly busy for the Imperial Army right now. You could say that. Corellia Fortress was our primary stronghold in the east, so losing it has us scrambling. Especially now that Crossbell has proven itself just as much of a threat as Calvert. Which is precisely why I'm resigning from my position as an instructor at this academy. Wait, what? It wasn't an easy choice, but it's my duty as a man and as an Erebonian to devote all of my all to the military in its time of need. Although I do wish I could have been here to see the festival. Instructor Neidhart, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us. I'll be praying for your success and your safety. Likewise, I'm sure the future holds challenges that only you and Instructor Valestein can overcome her. Knowing where you stand and what you are capable of, embrace yourself for whatever the future demands of you. Yes, sir. Wow. And there's Instructor Sarah. Well, not much we can do but wait till noon for the Chancellor's broadcast. I'd rather not hear his voice spilling out over the airwaves, but this is too important to miss. You really don't like him, do you? He was the one who picked a fight with me, and I'm not going to let him forget it. I've got every intention of returning the favor after what he did to the Bracer Guild in Heimdall. Just thinking about it makes me want to punch something. Maybe I should have brought a beer to the classroom after all. Or maybe a whole keg. Don't look now, but Vice Principal Heinrich is giving you the evil eye. Okay, so we've talked with her. I wasn't expecting Instructor Neidhart to be there. Pleasant surprise all around. They're probably in their usual places. Rosine. I find myself worrying about how the children are all taking the news. Sister Ornella seems awfully worn out because of all of it. At times like these, the very least I can do is make my way along to the church. Hopefully, I would at least be able to provide some solace to those who are suffering. Dang, dude, I couldn't imagine being that pious. Mince. And Elliot. It's really scary to think that a war might break out. Maybe I should go home to Mom and Dad and Ruhr. But as a super niece, I can't just leave Uncle Makarov here alone to fend for himself. I like her dedication to her family. I've heard they're gathering on Vancouver Street in Heimdall for more protests and demonstrations. My dad's been really busy too, though. That doesn't come as much of a surprise. I doubt I'll have much time to just relax and enjoy good music if war breaks out, will I? Elliot. Sorry, there's not really much point in getting worried right now, huh? Besides, I've got this feeling, you know? Like everything will be okay as long as Class 7 sticks together. Guess the best thing to do right now is just keep calm. Right. Whatever happens, we'll stick it out together. There's still some time to go before the Chancellor's speech. I can't shake this uneasy feeling, but I guess right now, the best thing we can do is keep calm. Huh. And that's that one dude. His arm's not broken anymore. That's good to see. That's, what's his face? Probably talking about Milliam. Here he is. I'm thinking back to how I felt during our field study in Nord. I really don't want to see a war break out. Not just for Nord's sake, but for Erebonia's too. After all, this country feels like a second home to me now. Yeah, war would definitely frickin' suck. War? I really don't care. The only thing I care about is dedicating myself completely to my work, body and soul. Wow. Okay. So now let's go to the engineering building. I still can't believe there's a weapon out there powerful enough to level Corellia Fortress like that. I didn't think you could get much more powerful than those railway guns. Yeah, having seen the railway guns in person, I can hardly believe it myself. There are rumors that whatever that weapon is, it's managed to fend off the armored divisions several times too. Still, I can't help but wonder what the Chancellor's gonna say in his national address. Whatever it is, I have a feeling that it's going to shake up things around here. This is a military academy after all. Who knows, we might even see active duty. Even as an engineer, I doubt they'd make an exception for me. Could be that my lazy days tinkering with orbital bikes are numbered. Aw, don't say that, George. Well, no point stressing out too much about the future till we're there. I didn't mean to be a downer about it. Go on and listen to the broadcast, but don't worry yourself too much. This country may go through a lot in the coming years, but ultimately, we have a say in our future. That's a good way to look at it. I don't want to look away from what's happening. We have to be aware of our present to take charge of our future. But anyway, you wouldn't happen to know where Crow is, would you? He hasn't shown up to class today. Crow? Can't say that I do. He came by yesterday with a box of things he'd borrowed from me, but he never mentioned having any plans today. Dang. Anyway, I'll keep asking around to see if anyone else knows where he is. Well, knowing Crow, he's probably just wandering around somewhere. Just keep looking around and I'm sure you'll run into him. Will do. Crow's probably at the old schoolhouse being extra suspicious. The longer this goes on, dude, the more I'm worried that Crow and Milliam are together and that something is going on between them. But I think that's everybody. Yep, all that's left now is the old schoolhouse. And I worked about as far away from it as I could possibly do. Okay. Ooh, whatever's back here, dude. We're probably gonna find Crow and it's not gonna be a fun conversation. Oh, Crow's probably at the thing. Crow's probably trying to awaken it! Nothing out of the ordinary has happened here in the old schoolhouse ever since that night. We kind of ended up pushing it to the back of our minds, but with the way things have been going in Crossbell. Yup. Huh? It's unlocked! I wonder if someone's already inside. George is in the engineering building right now, so it can't be him. If any of the students just idly wandered in here, they'd be in real danger. I should probably take a look inside, just in case. Crow. I checked around inside of the old schoolhouse, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. But all the same, I didn't want a chance leaving anyone down there, so I decided to check the 7th floor. Yup. This is about to be extremely bad. Oh, it's Milliam! And no Crow. Milliam? I was expecting Crow to be here.
Oh, Rean! Come to take a sneak peek too?
And this is Voice, too. Is this where you've been the whole time? You do know we have class, right?
Oh. Dang, I knew I was forgetting something.
Honestly. Yeah. This thing. So, what's piqued your interest? It doesn't look like this thing has anything in common with Erebonia.
I don't know. I can't shake the feeling that it might, at least a little. Not the same, but like they share some kind of underlying principle.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
I guess you wouldn't really understand without being connected. But now it makes sense why Gramps asked me to keep an eye on this place, though.
Did he suspect there was something like this here?
I had no idea there'd be something this cool down here.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Chancellor Osborne? Did he know there was something like this here?
Not really sure. He just asked me to keep an eye on the building itself. And said to let him know if anything unusual happened.
And she did.
Whoopsie! That was supposed to be confidential.
Oh, crap. So the Chancellor has an interest in our quaint old schoolhouse, does he? We did just find out that Captain Claire is a Thor's graduate, but...
Hey, what are you thinking about?
So this isn't the first time he sent someone here to spy on the old schoolhouse? Claire might have been here for the exact same reason. Say, Milliam, was investigating the old schoolhouse the reason you enrolled at the academy?
Well, sorta, but it was more of a side thing. There was a more important reason, but that kinda stopped being a concern. So I guess it's just this now.
What's that other reason? Keeping tabs on Instructor Sarah? Something more important than this. Not sure what she's getting at. Doesn't sound like she's trying to hide something important from me, though. The first thing that jumped into my mind was that she's keeping an eye on Crow, and Crow is Chancellor Osborne's kid some kind of way.
Oh yeah, it's almost time for Gramps' speech, isn't it? I guess I should head back and listen to him drone on.
Oh, so you already knew about that. We were all planning to listen in the classroom.
Sweet, I'll just listen with you guys then. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
Nothing keeps you down for long, does it? Oh yeah, you haven't seen Crow around anywhere, have you?
Huh? Nope. Is he cutting class too?
Well, he's probably just hiding out somewhere on campus. None of the others have seen him, though. I wonder if he went into town.
Huh. Maybe. Want to try looking around, Trista? I'll come with you.
Sounds like a good idea. If he's not on the school grounds, chances are he's somewhere in town. Alright, let's see if we can find him. Okay, so Milliam's in our party now. Dang, dude. Almost a 10 level difference. We can't teleport out of here just yet. Hold on. Let me make sure she's, yeah, she's a little, lacking. Just a little bit. Let's give her Shields Breaker. Want to give her the really good stuff. Silver Bell. We don't really have anything much else we can give her. Crescent Mirror, Saintly Force. And then what else? Speed Breaker. I wonder if all of these have separate 15% chances of activating, or if something would randomly be picked if it picked between a 15% chance for a Shield Breaker or 15% chance for a Speed Breaker, and then it's one or the other. Breeze. Yeah. Okay. So she's fine the way she is. Let's make sure she's got some equipment, though. Will we have to fight? I have no freaking clue. I know we just don't want to be caught out. Yeah. Alright, Milliam. She never got the chance to explore this place, but that's okay. Because now we get the opportunity to do one more thing before we just jump right into Crow. Oh, I guess we have to go to the front gate. Oh, he gave us back our Mira. Crow was cutting ties with everybody, but why? We're gonna have to find out. Or at least uprooting himself from us. Okay, so are we gonna track down Crow? Might as well. I guess we should start with the dorms first. Maybe Sharon knows where he's gone. Okie dokie. Yeah. Have you forgotten how badly you lost to me during the festival already? That's why I want to take you on again. I've been sharpening up my skills since then, so let's play some Blade. Doesn't matter, you're still gonna lose. You're really getting on my nerves. Well, hey. There's one person we want to see first. Find out what's happened to this guy. This will be the first time we do a live broadcast of an event, so it was tough to find people who could pull it off. I'm most worried about our reporter, though. This is the one time we can't afford to slip up. Don't let me down now. You're always skipping pre-show meetings and pulling it off perfectly either way, so show me you can pull that off here. He has seriously got a cigarette in his hand right now. That's kind of crazy, but whatever. Into the dorms we go. New mission. Find out where the heck Crow is gone. Class 7 dormitory. And Sharon should be on the... Oh, I wasn't expecting to see either of you back so early. Welcome home. Hello again, Sharon. We're back! It seems all of your classes have been canceled today. I'd heard from Lady Sarah that you would be remaining on the campus, though. Well, that was the plan. Say, Crow hasn't been back here, has he? Master Crow? Actually, he just returned a short while ago. Oh, he did? Indeed, however, I don't believe he stayed long. It seems he was here just long enough to go to his room and then he left again. Sounds like we just missed him. Maybe he forgot something here and came back to pick it up? I don't know. Should we check his room just in case? Yeah, might as well while we're here. Well, if you need anything, just let me know. Okay, so Crow acting extra suspect. Man, this is gonna turn out really badly. I feel it. Is this Crow's room? A sword. Oh, this is Reen's room. Whoops. It's empty. Looks like he did go out then. Still, don't you think his room's awfully tidy? I mean, for Crow. Well, he was supposed to be moving out of here fairly soon. He must have been doing some cleaning. Anyway, it's almost noon. I guess we just have to head back to the classroom empty-handed for now. Yep, it's almost time for Gramps' speech. Still, I wonder where Crow went. Yeah, there's nowhere else around here I haven't checked, is there? I know where Crow went. Oh my, Adios, it just dawned on me. Crow. Crow is Comrade C! Oh, it's you. Patrick, what are you doing here? I thought you would have gone back home. Well, we don't have any classes today, so I was just resting in my room. Sure, I've been told to return home, repeatedly at this point. But as a member of the 4 great houses, what dignity would I have were I to return a tail and run home at a time like this? Don't underestimate me, Schwarzer. Oh, wow! Wouldn't dream of it. Is Class 1 planning on listening to the national address too? We are. Personally, I can't stand the man, but we are in the middle of a national crisis. Those of us who elected to remain at the academy are having a radio set up to hear the broadcast together. Ah, right. You've got some strange classmates, though. Especially that second year. I know Heimdall's not all that far from Chista, but I'm not sure why he'd bother going to hear the speech in person. What are you talking about? That Crow fellow. Yes! I knew I was getting traitor flags from Crow! I knew it! I met him outside the station this morning. Huh? Really? Oh, he didn't tell you? When I inquired, he said he wanted to hear the Chancellor's speech in person. Huh. I wouldn't have expected him to suddenly take an interest in politics. Well, at least we know where he went now. I haven't a clue what you're babbling about. Anyway, it's almost noon now. Shouldn't you be running along? You'll miss the broadcast. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's go. Let's get going, Milliam. Everyone else is waiting in the classroom. Okay. Crow is Comrade C! He and and Machias were talking about way back in Guerrilla Fortress, the state of one of the places the Chancellor Osborne took over. Wow, dude. There's no way, and this isn't another Blue Blanc is Osborne sort of theory. There's no way that Crow's not Comrade C. I knew it! I called it! Him leaving us right before then. It felt really traitorous for some reason. And then I just let it go. Here we frickin' go, dude. Crow's gonna...
The clock's about to strike noon in Heimdall, with the Chancellor set to take the stage for his national address.
Crow's gonna, hijack the airwaves, probably.
With the situation in Crossbell and the destruction of Guerrilla Fortress still fresh in the national consciousness, the message he has today will undoubtedly shape the future of Erebonia and with it, our lives. A reporter is joining us now live from Dreikel's Plaza.
Sounds like he's about to start.
Oh, I hate this. I've got butterflies in my stomach.
This is Misty, coming to you live from Heimdall.
Huh?
Why is Misty...
Oh, it's the host from Abendheim.
At least that's a reassuring voice to hear at a time like this.
How?
How what? Why is she freaked out?
Emma?
What's wrong?
The woman talking on the radio, she's...
Oh, Vita Clotilde, right.
You all know her?
Who, Misty? Of course.
Does Emma not own a radio?
She hosts the radio show Abend Time every Sunday night at 9.
I've seen her out and about in Trista, too. She always looks so fashionable.
Emma's reaction, dude.
Though, considering Abend Time is broadcast by Radio Trista, it makes sense that's where she'd be.
Huh?
Yeah, your reaction is really out of nowhere, dude. Do you know her or something?
The Chancellor's standing at the podium, and it looks like he's about ready to begin. Let's hear what he has to say.
Citizens of Heimdall, fellow countrymen, Erebonians far and wide, I thank you for your attention. I am Gileath Osborne, your Chancellor and the acting representative of the Imperial Government.
And now we switch to him, and Crow too. Dang, dude. That's why Crow is so habitually tardy. Out being a freaking terrorist. I had a feeling about Crow way from back when he joined our class. He probably used that for his own reasons too. Spying like a crazy person.
We stand today in the face of an uncertain future. All of you, I'm sure, are aware of what has transpired in recent weeks. Crossbell, our erstwhile province, has defiantly declared its independence. And as its parting shot, frozen the assets entrusted to them by the hard-working men and women of Erebonia. As we have moved to safeguard our national interests, armed conflicts have broken out on our borders. Our enemies point to this as an example of Erebonian aggression, but nothing could be further from the truth. We acted in accordance with our duties as a colonial power. All we have done as is our sovereign right. The Imperial hand may be firm, but it is fair. These traitors, however, have shown the world that they are neither. With an unknown weapon of mass destruction, they have annihilated Gorelia Fortress, the stronghold that has long protected the very gates of this country. I ask you, brothers and sisters of the Empire, do we allow such an odious act to go unpunished?
Why, though? I really can't think of any reason why they would want to destroy Gorelia. Well, no. Crossbell. Well, we think it was Crossbell.
Do we sit idle as the pride and dignity of our great nation is spat upon and trampled underfoot? We cannot. We must not. And we will not. With blood and with iron, we shall mete out justice.
This guy. Blood and Iron Chancellor. Doing the exact stuff the terrorists are after him for, probably. Or I should say, Crow and his funky bunch.
Listen to him go.
He's quite the orator, that's for sure.
Well, he's certainly not out to upend my expectations.
Milliam? What are you doing?
Is she on the phone? Yep.
Nope, can't get through.
She suspects Crow too.
No surprise there, I guess.
Who are you trying to call?
What is all this about?
Oh, it's part of my mission. The most important part, actually.
She was here to spy on Crow specifically.
If only I'd caught on a little sooner. But considering he managed to outwit Claire, Lecter, and even Gramps, I suppose Crow's earned this victory.
Yup.
What? What does Crow have to do with this?
Huh. So that's your angle.
Did Instructor Sarah, suspect him as well?
You came because you had a potential lead on C and you couldn't look into it from the outside. Is that it?
Why use your real first initial?
What?
Yeah, no, I figured this one out already.
As in the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front?
But he's dead, isn't he?
Nope.
The Intelligence Division looked at all of C's actions so far and drew up a list of potential suspects. And one possibility we couldn't dismiss was that he had ties to this academy somehow. But after C and his cronies got blown up aboard their airship in the mine, we thought it was a moot point. Looks like we spoke too soon, though. I can't believe how bad we screwed this up.
Yeah, and you guys are supposed to be the good Intelligence Division. Are you seriously suggesting that it's Crow? That it's been him all along? Right? Dude, he's got some sort of crazy backstory, no doubt.
Crow was with us in the mine right up until he went with the miners to escort them back to the surface, right?
Yeah, and then his route back ended up blocked off by a cave-in, so he wasn't able to reach us until later.
I thought that was extra suspect.
But what if he actually used another route to get there ahead of us?
Then fought us wearing that masked helmet and cape.
Before making it look like he boarded the airship, then sneaking back around and joined the others like nothing happened.
Madness. No one would stake their entire plan on such a precarious stunt.
Perhaps we can read the evidence that way, but there are a few leaps in logic that bother me.
Besides, remember when the terrorists escaped from Gorelia Fortress? We heard C talking to us.
We heard C's voice modifier.
And not just then. He was addressing us just before the airship exploded in the mine, too.
That's true, on both counts.
And Crow was with us the whole time during everything that went down in Gorelia. He never left our sight.
Right. No mistaking it.
My name is C, leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, there's no way he could be...
And somehow, some kind of way, it's Crow, dude.
He could have recorded a message in advance and played it back.
Oh.
Instructor Sarah seems awfully suspicious for someone who never said anything before just now.
And the airship that exploded? It could have been controlled remotely. His alibi seems airtight. But once you account for things like that, it starts looking pretty questionable.
Yep. And if C's still alive, that means the other ringleaders probably are too.
Yep. Then right now, Crow is...
Oh no.
He said he was headed to Draco's Plaza, didn't he?
If a skilled sniper has their eye on you, you let your guard down for even a second and bang, you're dead.
And Crow is pretty good with guns. That gun that they found, Sharon and Instructor Sarah, was probably his.
If he's the one who shot down the airship in the mine,
then it's checkmate for the Chancellor. Crow's already won.
Wow, dude.
We stand at the brink of nothing less than a national crisis.
Is he about to assassinate Osborn? Dude!
In such tumultuous times, we must set aside our differences. We must look past the ideologies that divide us. I will not deny the rift that has grown between the reformist and noble factions, especially in recent times. But how childish, how insignificant such squabbles seem when the enemy marshals its strength beyond our borders.
Oh my adios, dude, this guy's about to die.
I have met with His Majesty the Emperor, and have secured permission to embark on the course we now must. Thus, in the name of the Emperor, and as the representative of the Imperial Government, I hereby proclaim
Yup. There he is.
that the Empire's full military might shall be gathered together from all branches and divisions to deliver unto Crossbell a swift response to their impudence and to form a bulwark against the threat from the eastern.
Go finish your speech in hell.
Man. Got him, dude.
Well played, Armbrust.
He knew it was Crow? What is going on? He's known who the biggest terrorist
Well, that was anticlimactic. And there's our coup de grace. Now, just have to add the finishing touches.
Hands in the air!
Claire. Ooh, got him!
It really was you all along.
It doesn't... Why, though? There's so many questions!
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust, from the Jirai SEZ.
That's what I was thinking, because he and Machias were talking about the Jirai at Guerrilla Fortress. And I figured Crow must be from there.
Oh, and here I thought I'd managed to cover my tracks like a real pro. So, who put all the pieces together? I bet it was Arundel, wasn't it?
Who was that?
We just received confirmation a short while ago. If you hadn't been so difficult to pin down, we would have had this investigation finished up already.
Clearly. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right?
How could you? How could you?
So he's another one of what's his face's brats, right? The Blood and Iron brats, like Milliam and Claire and Lecter.
You know, this really brings back the memories. It's a lot like when Jirai was annexed by the Empire 8 years ago. You let your guard down, you lose. That's how your boss's favorite little game works, isn't it? Well, he lost. And now he won't be playing any of his games again. Ever.
You! Get on the ground!
Please.
I don't know how you managed to plan all of this, but you'll tell us eventually. I'll see to that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What?
An airship. Jeez, dude, Crow with the artful plans, and him being the villain out of absolutely nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed a shocking turn of events.
And we knew it was gonna happen.
Chancellor Osborne has been shot by an unknown assailant. He's currently being rushed into urgent care. We'll bring you more on the situation as it develops.
What is that? It's coming closer.
It looks like we may not be out of the woods yet, folks. A large silver craft has been sighted in the sky to the south, and it seems to be headed toward the capital. But hearing a radio broadcast just isn't the same as seeing it unfold yourselves, is it?
What? Is she in on it too?
So how about I give you Thor students a special treat? Just my way of saying thanks for the fun I had at the festival.
What is going on?
Wait, what's she talking about?
Was she speaking directly to us just now?
Wow, this took a left turn somewhere!
Resound, resound, O voice everlasting! Rend night's silent veil and reveal unto all the beautiful world!
What the?
Isn't that the plaza in Heimdall?
This is one of the Azure Abyss's incantations, Phantasmagoria.
Okay, now you want to drop a whole bit of that right on us right now? Azure Abyss. That probably ties into Reen's Azure Flame Slash. She's in her Vita Clotilde, guys. With her weird Bird of Paradise thing. Wow. Whoa! That's a huge airship, isn't it? Where did they... How did this thing even come to be a thing? Dude. 250 ARG class aerial battleship. I'm not 100% on how much an ARG is, but I know that's freaking huge. Noble Alliance Forces flagship, Pantagruel. Yeah, that's one massive airship. The Imperial Liberation Front and Azure Abyss. And those things! Actually, we don't even know what they're called. But the one from the Lower Erebonius room. And they're piloted, right? Well, those are enemies we're gonna fight the crap out of in the next game. That's not gonna work, dude. I guess they have to try it, though. Completely dead. Oh, crap. Where did they even get so many of those things? Were there other trials around the world that Crow had managed to get through? That Crow was probably extremely surprised when his Arcus unit started glowing. What is that thing? I don't know, but it ain't one of ours. It's time to avenge His Excellency. I honestly didn't think that Blood and Iron wouldn't live through the whole game. Oh, this is different. Fire! Whoa! Where did it? They're agile. What? Oh! Everybody's dead. Wow, dude. Man, these things are gonna be a pain to fight, aren't they? Crap. Yeah, Crow's probably gonna get away.
What are those things?
Humanoid combat armors, courtesy of Reinford's 5th Development Division, staunch supporters of the Noble Alliance.
They're still at it, or maybe these were from before that crackdown.
Knights for the modern age, modeled after a stunning historical example and made of hardened steel from toe to crown. We call them the Panzer Soldats.
Panzer Soldats.
But how did... Don't move!
Sorry, I don't take orders from you. Zephyr should be able to secure Valflame Palace just fine on their own.
Zephyr was, I think Fee's old Jaeger Corps, right? Right? Jaeger Corps, yeah. But yeah.
But I've got my own score to settle.
No! What?
That's the one from the thing!
See ya, Icy Maiden.
There's no doubt he stole that from the old schoolhouse. No. It's still there. Me and Milliam literally just went to check on it. So he must have... That's probably just a metal one, a steel one from Reinford. Oh, crap. Oh! Man, that was a bit of a letdown, huh? These guys with Cayenne, I'll give them an A for effort. But we're talking about the Imperial capital here. Is that the best they could muster on their home turf? The hard part's still ahead. Most of the Imperial Army's putting out fires across the country. But they'll be back soon enough now. And who knows? They might have some anti-Soldats countermeasures up their sleeves. Hey, anything can happen. Guess the ones to watch out for are the 3rd, 4th, and 7th Armored Divisions, huh? Huh. I wonder whose side our little princess will take. Princess? That's for Fee to decide. The boss would have wanted it that way. For Fee to decide? Oh, man. Oh! Vita Clotilde, if that is her real name, which it probably isn't. Crap, dude. That bird probably transformed into a boss.
Splendidly done, Grianos.
Grianos.
I see you were able to share the sweetest notes of my aria with our little friends.
Ooh. Oh! I find myself reminded afresh of the brilliance with which you shine as the second Ennui. Oh, okay. The second one, huh? Lady Vita Clotilde. Vast is the stage and beauteous the performance of the Azure Abyss.
That's quite the compliment, considering your standards on beauty.
That's how he can teleport!
Still, first the Burl, then Crossbell, and now here in Erebonia. Don't you think you're getting a little too greedy for your own good?
Your chastisement cuts deep. We'll be proceeding with the next step of the Phantasmal Blaze plan, I presume?
Yes, indeed. The bells are tolling for Crossbell, and preparations here are complete. Still, even this grand an undertaking is but a jewel in a greater crown. The second stage of the Orpheus final plan. The symphony awaits us. Let the second movement commence.
Wow, dude. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. This is a lot to take in.
Is this really happening?
Yes, Emma, come on, dude! It's past the time we needed to explain everything!
It is. I'm certain of it. Phantasmagoria is an arcane art known to the Witch of the Abyss, capable of showing scenes and visions across great distances. The woman you know as Misty is something of a sister of mine.
Wait, the Witch of the Abyss?
Are you saying that's who Misty really is?
I feel like any moment I'm going to wake up in my bed to find I just dreamt all this.
If only it was. But we have no choice but to accept that it's real.
Fee standing there like one of the bad guys in a Panzer Soldat didn't just say her name.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to worry about that later. Right now, we've got 2 more pressing concerns. The Chancellor's been shot, and Heimdall's been occupied.
Oh no! I hope my father's alright.
Damn. Please let Saint Astraea be safe.
That gargantuan airship. Those Panzer Soldats. I have no doubts that they were bankrolled and manufactured by the noble faction.
How does Eustace know they're called Panzer Soldats?
I saw them there. My old family.
Oh! Oh, we were seeing even the scene with Crow on the roof. Okay, everything.
All this time, I never knew what happened to them. And now there they are.
Wait, was Fee not with us when we met those two in Legram? No, she wasn't in our party, was she? It was Laura, Emma, and Milliam who are our female party members. They're from the Jaeger Corps. Fee.
So you know those men? I remember meeting them briefly in the Gram.
They're former members of Zephyr. Used to be one of the continent's strongest Jaeger Corps. It looks like the Noble faction hired them to do their dirty work, just like the Imperial Liberation Front. On top of that...
It looks like our guess about C's identity was right on the money. But I don't know what that cool blue thing was he flew off in.
Crow.
Why did you do it?
Something to do with the Jirai zone, dude.
On behalf of the Student Council, I'd like to ask all of you to remain calm. I'm sure you all experienced that strange vision during the broadcast.
Oh, so it was everybody.
And the principal has an announcement he'd like to make about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Principal Van Dyke speaking. I'm sorry to say there's a strong likelihood that what you just saw is really happening in Heimdall. However, it's important to note that we don't yet have confirmation or any official word on the situation. I'm doing all I can to find out what's going on, but in the meantime, I ask for your patience and understanding.
So all the other classes saw it too.
Yeah, I thought it was just us. How could you use a national radio broadcast to show something to just us and no one else? Is that even possible?
For her, it is, with little difficulty at that.
So she just chose to show everyone.
Yo, Sarah here. Who's... Neidhart? An emergency meeting. Right away? What?
What happened?
Of course. I'll be right there. Yeah, understood. I'll meet you in front of the main gate. All right, class. I've got to step out for a bit to take care of some business. But no matter what happens, you are not to leave this building. Is that clear?
Crap.
What's going on?
I'm not sure, but it's obvious something strange is happening.
Can this day even get stranger than it already is?
Who knows, dude, but I feel like there's still one more bomb to drop before the credits roll. Yup, and Gaius is about to take a look at it, I'm sure. Oh, those open? Well, it'd be weird if they didn't. What's wrong, Gaius?
I hear something to the west, and it's getting closer.
Several armored cars are approaching, and it sounds like they have some of those armored suits with them.
Why are they coming to Thor's?
You've got to be kidding.
First Heimdall, now Trista? Are they planning on taking over the academy? Sure looks that way. Notable members from both factions have kids enrolled here, and there are plenty of important people like the principal. So either they're looking to preemptively protect their own or take the others hostage. Could be either, even both.
This is absurd.
Whatever their intentions, we can't allow them to harm innocent people.
Do you think that's where the instructors went? To try and fight them off?
Then we should go there too, dude. Lend our strength to theirs. Those giant armors tore through the army's tanks like they were nothing more than toys. Our instructors are strong, but with what they're up against, I'm worried they might not be enough. I'm not sure how much help we'd be, or if we'll even be able to put a dent in them. But right now, they need all the support they can get. They need Class 7.
I'm with you.
You have my sword.
I didn't really wake up today planning to fight enemies that can gut a tank.
None of us did. But this battle came to us, so we'll draw the line here.
I'll do everything I can to defend this school and its students.
I take no issue with humbling those that befoul the spirit of true nobility.
Guess I'll help too.
I wonder how Lammy will match up against those giants.
Are we gonna have to actually fight them though?
We haven't got a lot of time, so let's move out.
Alright, let's do this! Yeah, it should take us... Oh! Elisa? Why are you all so flustered? What's going on? Ferris, you're still here? What in Adios' name is going on here? I saw the instructors leaving the academy through the front gate. They already left? Patrick, you have to stay here. You can't let them take over this building. Work with the other students as best you can. Schwarzer? What are they? Are they gonna... Now loading. Oh, the townspeople. What in Adios' name is going on? We're actually going to find out what in Adios' name is going on with the townspeople. That's gonna be next time though. So definitely join me then for more Trails in the Sky. Or Trails of Cold Steel rather. Bye for now, guys. Bye for now, guys.